Like I said, I sat in on one or two of the classes, and these guys are great. You're going to love them. The first guy coming up to the stage is a very funny guy, and I can't wait to see how you guys love him. Please welcome to the stage, everybody, Zoltan Hardi.
Well, thank you very much, guys. I mean, the point is Elvis has entered the building, so I would appreciate a much, much warmer welcome. Thank you very much. So obviously my name is Zoltan Hardi. I was born and raised here in Arizona. You can hear that on my accent. Where is your accent from? You don't even know. At least I know where mine is from. All right, so the thing is, my full name is Zoltan Hardi, MBA, and I stick to that. I do have a master's degree. I tell you honestly, I was working on a PhD. I did not finish it, but in the 5 years I was enrolled in a PhD program in Germany. I was only working in the first 2 semesters doing something for it. The rest of it, I was interested in other stuff. After this class, because obviously this was a class, I'm going to add to my name Zoltan Hardi, SCG, stand-up comedian graduate. That's what I'm going to be. So anyway, I want you guys to have a good time. Obviously, you guys paid $15 plus some credit card processing fees to be here, right? So I want you guys to be happy, right? So, and cooperate. So I would like you to stand up, all of you. It's not a joke. Stand up, please. Stand up. We're going to take an oath. Yeah, you sit too much on your motorcycle. Let's stand up. You're going to raise your right hand and put your left hand on your heart, if your heart is there. And you're going to say that you're going to state your name. Well, don't state your name. State your name. Your name. State your name. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to forget all my problems. I'm going to forget all my exes. I'm going to forget all my work problems. I'm going to forget all my enemies. And I'm going to have a wonderful time here. So help me God. And so help me Zoltan. Thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm going to say why I'm here. And there's a very special person among you. And she's the reason that in the meantime, I became a charming James Bond. And if I have to, I'm kind of like a cocky Iceman, but those are the 2 options. And that person is my friend, my dear friend, Linda. So Linda Vesio. So Linda is a really nice person. We are in multiple networking groups like the Glendale Chamber. And you know what I like really about her is that she has one profession, and that profession has 3 names in the English language. At least 3 names I know of. Maybe there are more names, but you know, she's an attorney, she's a lawyer, and she's a barrister all in one. And I find that really funny, that in English language. And she's really somebody I look up to. And I was just, actually, by the way, if you don't know, she's a divorce attorney. So that's that's kind of a thing. So I don't know if, can you raise your hand if you've ever been through a divorce? Good, good. That's good. Can you raise your hand if you are going through now a divorce? Okay, can you raise your hand if you are planning a divorce but you haven't told your spouse yet? Can you raise your hand if maybe your spouse is planning a divorce and has told you? Or a spouse is planning but has not told you? Yeah, the rest of you just don't know what life is going to bring to you, right? So anyway, definitely, Linda, I mean, it's not the place to do marketing here, right, for anybody, but, you know, obviously I try to help out my friends, right? So anyway, Linda, I'm going to be very truthfully honest with you, and I didn't know you would bring your boyfriend. That's kind of the little problem. Because I did not know. I mean, I have a dream about you. I really do. I really do have I really do have a dream, and I really did not know that you're bringing your boyfriend. Up until yesterday that I saw it on Facebook, I didn't even know you had a boyfriend. That's the honest truth. Honest truth. That's not a joke. So, the thing is, the dream I have with you, and I'm going to look into your eyes, I would like to have a threesome with you. Listen, I do want to have a threesome because with my future wife, I would like to sit down with you and put that pre-nut in place. That's what I want to do. Because I'm doing nothing without a pre-nut. Because to tell you the truth, I work in sales, and I'm actually making pretty good money. What I do, I sell credit card machines. So without a pre-nut, I'm really not doing anything. So anything, but you know what? Communication can be a difficult thing. You know, I sell credit card machines, and what happens is like I make a lot of phone calls every single day. You know, and you know sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's difficult, and so the thing is, let's just talk about 50 Shades. No, we are not talking about 50 Shades of Grey, okay? I'm going to talk about 50 Shades of No, because I work in sales, right? So I get a lot of no's, right? So, and there's all kinds of different shades of the no. Sometimes people say, oh, call me back in a week. Call me back in 3 weeks. Oh, I get it handled. Let me think about it, right? These are all the shades of no. But I tell you my favorite 3 no's that I get, when I'm trying to sell them a credit card machine. Number 1 is like, oh, my husband is taking care of it. My husband, I'm like, yeah, sure, it's not working. What is your husband doing for you? And then they're like, oh, no, my wife is taking care of it. And I'm like, yeah, sure, it doesn't work. But my favorite thing is when they say, oh, we are all in the hands of God and God will take care of it. And you know what I say? I agree with you. I really, really agree with you. How do you know? How you don't know that God has sent me to solve your problems? I'm here. I want to solve your problems, and God has given me to you to resolve your issues. But when I make phone calls, there's all kinds of issues. People hang up on me a lot. Like they are rude with me. I'm like, I call them. I'm like, hey, listen, Mr. Business Owner, or Mrs. Business Owner, or Miss Business Owner, or whatever it may be, and I say, hey, I would like to talk to you about your POS. And what they say is a lot of the times, the POS, I'm like, you are a piece of shit. That's what they tell me. I'm like, why are you so rude with me? I mean, I'm just trying to replace your point of sale system, and you call me a POS piece of shit. I'm like, then it was a little later I realized that POS. So I always tell people now, just, I'm looking for people who have a piece of shit point of sale system, Yeah, so, it's sometimes it can be difficult. But, in sales, a very important skill. Have you had a situation where you ran out of a business card? Be honest. Yeah. So don't tell anybody. When people ask for your business card and, you ran out of it, don't tell them that, hey, you don't have a business card. What you need to tell them is, hey, the demand was too high, sorry. And then if you're really cocky, you tell them, okay, the demand was too high and the print shop is having problems keeping up with the demand for my business card. So anyway, let's talk about something that is not going to be very popular. At least 44% of you are not going to like it, probably actually more. So here's the situation. Sorry, I already see your face. I don't like dogs. And I know you love dogs, so... Yeah, I'm not into dogs. I just checked it yesterday on Google. 44% of the Arizona population owns a dog, right? And, and that's probably even double that who actually like them. They just don't have one, So that's kind of... I like animals. It's not that I don't like animals. I like animals. I like animals in the zoo. As long as they are far from me. I like the zoo, the safari, or the documentary movie. I really like them. But, I just don't like them in the house, right? So last summer, I went to this pool party. Yeah, I was not invited, but I still went. And I was sitting on one side of the pool, and on the other side of the pool, there were like 2 dogs and 2 cute girls in the bikini, and they were just like playing around, patting the dog and, all that, and, And then, they came over to me eventually, and then one of them said, "Hi, I'm Stacy." I'm like, "Hi, I'm Zoltan." I'm I like your hair cut. And I'm like, yeah, I like your haircut too. I mean, you know. By the way, you know, and there was another one, and she's like, hi, I'm Ashley. Yeah, I'm like, hi, I'm Zoltan. I'm like, they're like, well, you know, I like your shirt. I'm like, yeah, sure, I like your bikini, I guess. But, you know, that's what girls do, you know. They don't tell you straight, yeah, I like you. They just tell you they either like your haircut or they like your shirt or T-shirt or whatever. But, yeah. So, and then they wanted to shake my hand, and I'm like, well, you were just petting the dog. You know, I'm sorry, it's COVID, right? Let's just do this, you know. Because, you know, all the bacteria on your hand, you know, and then, yeah, it just doesn't work with me, you know. Because I tell you the mathematical formula. This is the mathematical formula. Dog in, Zoltan out. Or Zoltan in, dog out. Those are the two. And you don't need to take calculus or pre-calculus for that, you know. Simple algebra, so, you know, algebra or whatever, however you say it in English, right? So, you know, I mean, English as a second language, right? So, anyway. So, yeah, and then I started walking around the house, and, you know, I'm like, there were like these cages there. And then I'm like, yeah, but they were all, like, there was a sign on them that was like at least 20 cages, and they were all covered up, and it says, don't touch, don't touch. So eventually I walked up to the owner, and I said, hey, you know, can you show me what is all this stuff? And he realized they were all animals. They were rats, insects, snakes, you name it. These guys had a zoo in their house. And then I'm like, oh my God. And I mean, you know, and I saw that they were moving around these cages around the house as they needed. And I'm like, what is this? You know, like, and I could see that they moved the cages in the bedroom too occasionally. And I'm like, well, this, I don't know, this kink just doesn't work for me. I mean, like, can you, like, you are like watching me now? Like, that's how the insects are watching them or the snakes are watching them in the bedroom. You know, it doesn't work for me. So, I mean, sorry. So anyway, I just want you guys to know, you know, don't forget my name, Zoltan. I'm looking for people with a POS. If you need a divorce, talk with her. In conclusion, you know, Linda Vesio is a wonderful person. Again, you run out of business cards, just tell people the demand was too high, you know, and, you know, and then honestly, yeah, regarding the 50 Shades, like, you know, there's a lot of stress preparing for this event here, right? So I did get a couple of 50 Shades of Gray on my hair, you know, like I have all kinds of hair. But I enjoyed being here. Thank you for your attention. And you have a wonderful day, and God bless our troops. Thank you.
Zoltan, everybody.